Have you ever wondered what the media doesn't show you about the justice system? This video gives you an inside view of the justice world. We will show twisted situations that leave you shocked and disbelieving in reality. In this captivating collection, we will deliver you the 6 most dramatic courtroom moments. You won't be sure who is the real criminal after watching it. Prepare for an exciting journey through the halls of justice, exploring the untold stories behind each powerful gavel strike. Number 6. The conflict between Judge John C. Murphy and attorney Andrew Weinstock. As our tale unfolds within the esteemed chambers of Judge John C. Murphy's courtroom, a fierce disagreement takes center stage. The incident was sparked by the judge's assertion that Andrew Weinstock, a public defender's assistant known for his unyielding dedication to his clients, had relinquished his client's right to a speedy trial. With fervor coursing through his veins, Weinstock refused to concede, vowing to never forsake his duty to those he represented. As Judge Murphy and Weinstock clashed in a heated debate, the air grew thick with tension. Despite their earnest attempts to find common ground, the impasse remained unbroken. Overwhelmed with frustration, Judge Murphy hurled threats of violence at Weinstock, demanding that he take a seat and allow the judge to manage the proceedings. Defiantly, Weinstock stood his ground, unwavering in his pursuit of justice for his clients. The conflict spilled beyond the court's confines, culminating in a fierce physical altercation between the two adversaries. Though a courtroom camera failed to immortalize the entire brawl, the eyes and ears of onlookers bore witness to each punishing blow. In the end, a deputy stepped in, bringing the fierce skirmish to a close. A chorus of inmates' cheers filled the air as Judge Murphy reclaimed his seat. At the same time, Weinstock stood silent, allowing the judge to proceed without further disruption. Little did Weinstock know that Judge Murphy's past was steeped in valor, having served as a colonel in the U.S. Army's Special Forces and earned the Bronze Star and 2 meritorious service medals. Despite his commendable service, the Florida Supreme Court found his conduct unbecoming of a judge in this incident and decreed his termination. Number 5. The story of Arthur Booth. In a surprising and heart-wrenching moment, a judge recognized Arthur Booth, a defendant standing in her courtroom as a former classmate from their middle school days. Once a popular and high-achieving honor student, Arthur excelled in physics and calculus. Tragically, his life veered off course as he succumbed to the grips of drug addiction, gambling, and an array of minor criminal offenses. His dependence on crack cocaine and gambling turned into a relentless pursuit of relief, ultimately guiding him down a dark path of crime and self-destruction. As the judge inquired whether Booth had attended Nautilus Middle School, he appeared utterly taken aback and emotionally overwhelmed. The judge in turn expressed her profound sadness at witnessing his current predicament, fondly recalling the days they had spent playing football together and the warm regard his peers had held him in. With tears streaming down his face, Booth offered a heartfelt apology for his life's direction, deeply moving everyone in the courtroom with this bittersweet and poignant exchange. Number 4. The Case of Michael Madison. The harrowing tale of Michael Madison, an American serial killer found guilty of murdering 3 women, serves as a haunting reminder of the importance of maintaining safety and security in our homes. Madison's troubled past was marked by tumultuous relationships with numerous women, his mother and her partners. In 2013, a horrifying discovery was made when a decomposing body was found in Madison's basement. This grisly find sparked a police investigation that eventually unearthed 2 more bodies. Madison was arrested, and a warrant was issued for his heinous crimes. Charged with multiple offenses, including 3 counts of sexual assault and aggravated assault, Madison's trial commenced on April 4, 2016. On June 2, 2016, he was convicted of the brutal murders of 3 women in the Superior Court of Ohio, Cuyahoga County, presided over by Judge Nancy R. McDonnell. As the trial unfolded, those close to the victims were afforded the chance to deliver victim impact statements. Van Terry, the father of 18-year-old victim Sherelda, took the stand to confront Madison. During his address, Madison and Terry shared a loaded smile, which sparked an impassioned response from Terry as he lunged at the convicted murderer in a bid to attack him. Madison recoiled in shock while the courtroom descended into pandemonium. Deftly, the sheriff's deputies stepped in, pulling Terry away from Madison and escorting him from the courtroom. Despite the chaos, official charges against Van Terry for his actions were leveled. Meanwhile, Michael Madison continued to serve his sentence, a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of his atrocities. This frenzied incident added yet another layer of drama to the courtroom saga. As distressing as such cases may be, they highlight the necessity of preserving order and decorum within the judicial system. Amid adversity and emotional upheaval, it is vital for all parties involved to uphold the values of fairness, respect, and due process. Number 3. The dramatic escape of Tanner Jacobson and Cody Howard. In a court case involving Tanner Jacobson and Cody Howard, the two men faced charges for a driving offense that could result in a 30-day jail sentence and the loss of their driving privileges. As they anxiously awaited the judge's verdict, they recklessly conspired to escape the courtroom, despite being handcuffed together and having an ill-conceived plan. Jacobson boldly announced his intention to flee as they sat on the benches, discussing potential new laws. Both in their 20s, Howard and Jacobson made a desperate yet fruitless attempt to dash out of the courtroom right under the watchful eye of Judge R.W. Buzzard. Noticing their bold actions, the judge swiftly removed his robe and pursued them. While Howard managed to elude capture momentarily via an emergency exit, Judge Buzzard caught up with Jacobson and escorted him back. Howard was eventually apprehended 4 blocks away, uncertain of his next move. The media closely monitored the incident, and both men faced additional penalties for their ill-fated escape attempt. Their brazen and misguided breakout attempt made headlines, a stark reminder of the importance of respecting and adhering to the judicial process. In the aftermath of the dramatic events, Howard was sentenced to over 3 years in prison for charges related to his attempted escape and other offenses. Meanwhile, Jacobson faced a potential 30-day jail sentence and additional penalties for minor crimes. Number 2. The case of Alan McCarty. Alan McCarty was sentenced to 20 years in prison for threatening the life of Circuit Court Judge Stasha Warren. Judge Warren had previously made rulings that put McCarty's custody of his children at risk. In utter desperation, McCarty implored the court to hear his witnesses and made a menacing phone call to the police, alluding to an impending atrocious act. Fortunately, law enforcement could trace the call, which led to McCarty's arrest and subsequent charges. McCarty adamantly refused to be silenced in the courtroom, berating Judge Matt Foxman with obscenities and even making lewd propositions. Unwavering, the judge warned McCarty that he would be restrained if he failed to maintain decorum. Despite numerous admonitions, McCarty persisted in his verbal onslaught, compelling the authorities to escort him out of the courtroom and into an adjacent room equipped with one-way glass. From there, McCarty carried on with his tirade, directing his fury at both the judge and attorney. Due to his disruptive behavior and incessant swearing, the judge added 10 years to McCarty's initial 20-year sentence. Number 1. The disturbing case of Jacob Larson. Jacob Larson's jaw-dropping courtroom behavior was undoubtedly a spectacle to behold. Facing charges for violating a protection order, Larson had become fixated on a woman he believed to be his soulmate. He relentlessly pursued her, stalking her on Facebook and repeatedly visiting her workplace. Despite the woman obtaining a protective order against him, Larson persisted in contacting her, sending her 22 Facebook messages even after the judge had issued the order. Judge John McBain grilled Larson extensively during the Jackson County Circuit Court hearing. Unrepentant, Larson sought to justify his actions, only to be met with the judge's staunch disagreement and a sentence to serve time in jail. Infuriated, Larson accused the judge of bias. In response, Judge McBain increased Larson's sentence from 45 days in county jail to 93 days. Refusing to accept the verdict, Larson's continued protests prompted the judge to extend his sentence to a full year, along with a prohibition on any form of communication with the victim, including through social media. When the judge ordered Larson to be taken into custody, he resisted and tried to dodge the officers attempting to handcuff him. In a stunning turn of events, the judge removed his robe and assisted in pinning Larson down. This breach of court security impelled Judge McBain to intervene personally. With Larson finally restrained and handcuffed, the courtroom returned to order. This dramatic episode underscored the significance of upholding decorum and respecting the authority of the judicial system, even in emotionally fraught situations. As the public continues to witness such astonishing courtroom incidents, it is a stark reminder that the quest for justice necessitates civility, fairness, and adherence to the rule of law. As a judge, how would you navigate these high-pressure situations? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you were captivated by this roller coaster of courtroom drama, please give this video a thumbs up and remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you can catch all of our latest content.